What's up, Monster Hunter boys and girls? All right, we're back. And here's the finale. All right, I have the build that I think will be the most fun and just put together for the Lord's Fury Dark Eclipse build the way that I'm playing it. There's three videos prior to this one with variants of the build, and you can go back and see which one you like the best or what's more optimal for your style of play. Now I left it to where the build is more focused on the armor, so whatever weapons you use and whatever skills you like to add to your weapons is up to you. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to use the weapons that I use, but the build will still work. For the armor is where it lies. And if you've been keeping up with the channel, man, and the videos, then you already know about the build and how it works to a degree. So I chose all the pieces that I like for damage output, for just constant buffs, and this fun, good build. You know what I'm saying? People say that the game too easy right now, but I know that they can easily add monsters that could crush our heads or difficulties, things like that. And it's just the beginning, right? I feel like we kept retention rate of the game, and the player base is really high because it isn't as difficult as it previously was. You know what I'm saying? So people who didn't know how to play didn't come here and get overwhelmed. And I'm cool with that because I want more Monster Hunter friends. You know what I'm saying? And I love the game, bro. I feel like more people should know about this game. But you know, they sponsor me the way I'm talking about it. So look, hey man, this is the build, the Lord's Fury Dark Eclipse build, the way that I want to play it as of right now. And enjoy the hunt, man. This has been the constant hunt throughout the testing. So I'm gonna end it with this hunt as well. And you tell me what you think. Leave it in the comments. Tell me what way did you do the build. You know what I'm saying? Here we go.
Got it on the ground. Leave this to me. Heels inbound. Go on, you bits. Hunt is on!
Commencing quest now. Are you prepared? They've issued us supplies. Let's put them to use.
Great form!
You did it!
All right, guys, you made it to the finale, man. This is the one. This is the build that I put together, that I've been putting together over this series, trying out the variants and the decorations to see what I like, to see what had the most damage and most just uptime on being buffed, whether it be status, whether it be affinity, whether it be attack. All right, so if you've been caught up and you haven't seen the other videos, I advise you to go back and check on the other videos to know how we got to this part, the finale. Yeah, so just go back to the Jet Setters Gaming channel, go ahead, sub, click a like on this video as well, and go check out part 1, part 2, part 3, as I did tests with different variants of this build, and the test was on the event quest with the same weapons, and I fought the same monster, and I kept the control that way, so I can just show you the different numbers and how it hits and things of that nature. So the core of the build is in the armor, so if you use different weapons, that's okay. Whatever you want to use as your weapons and your weapon skills is up to you, but most of the build is built into the core of the armor. So you would need 2 pieces of Gore Magala to get the Black Eclipse skill, and you would need 3 pieces, any 3 pieces of the Apex monsters armor, and you'll get the Lord's Fury resuscitate skill that works with this build. So from there, you take that, and it works like this. I also have protective veil from Uvduna just off 2 of the pieces that I'm wearing. I show you what I'm wearing, right? I have Duna head, Jin chest, Duna braces, waist and legs are Gore Magala. Waist and legs give me Black Eclipse, which puts me in the frenzy state. So during the fight, I'm afflicted by frenzy. While afflicted by frenzy, I have resuscitate from Lord's Fury from wearing the 3 pieces of armor, the head, chest, and arms. This gives me an attack boost while I'm in the frenzy state or being afflicted by the frenzy just throughout the fight, right? So I also have antivirus to counteract the frenzy, which gives me an affinity boost. So I have the antivirus to counteract the frenzy, right? So whenever I overcome the frenzy, I get the affinity boost from antivirus, but I also added coalescence from the last part 3 video of the variations, just because it keeps me buffed up throughout the fight. So whenever I add coalescence and I overcome the frenzy, I get a element or status increase, and that helps too if you can't you know, the slots are limited, so if you need extra boost on your elements or your status throughout the fight, or you know what I'm saying, you can't afford that jewel slot for whatever build you're running, you'll get that extra boost as well. So all that is tied into the armor, and you can use whatever weapons you like. Now the weapons in the armor can vary, you know what I'm saying, the skills can greatly vary. You can use a different set of the lords, or you can use, you know what I'm saying, different composition of Gore Magala. So however that works for you, it will work for the build. So don't be discouraged to play with it. You know what I'm saying? This is just how I like to play. So with that, man, this one hits pretty good across the board, man. The burst gives it that extra attack boost, and you also get that attack boost throughout the game from resuscitate, from constantly being afflicted by frenzy, and then you get the affinity and element from overcoming that. So man, overall great build. I like it like this. It has some extra skills that came with just the armor and things that I'm wearing, like the weapon I'm using this charge blade because it has guard up, and that helps you block against attacks that would normally cart you, right? And then with this insect glaive, it came with critical draw and critical status, right? And it's a paralyzed glaive, so that helps just with the build up and things of that nature as well. And what else we got? So with those weapons and those triggers, man, I made this build, and it works, man. It's a fun build. If you want to try it, man, go ahead and try it out. If you made it this far throughout this series of the builds, man, I appreciate you, man. Leave a like on this video as well, and sub to the Jet Setters Gaming channel. Hey, I think that's it, man. I about summed it up. I have recovery up. Earplugs is always necessary. Constitution for the stamina. peak performance. Whenever I do have full health, I get another attack buff. You can play with peak performance if you like. I just don't have the jewels for it. Tool specialist. Whenever I put on a mantle, I get it back quicker. And also whenever I put on the mantle, I get the buff from Uvduna, and I go from 339 to 380. So it's about 40 points of a defense buff just whenever you're wearing a mantle. So that's nice. I have bind resistance from the armor. I added evade extender. Quick sheath is from the armor. Flinch free is from the armor. Adaptability is from the armor. I added jump master. What else? So I don't get knockbacks with my insect glaive while in the air. Uh, Pretty sturdy, pretty good build, man. Black Eclipse, Lord's Fury. It all works hand in hand, man. So if you could build off that, man, have fun, man. Drop in the comments, you know what I'm saying, what you think about the build, what you would change, and what weapons you're using. And stay tuned for more Jet Setters Gaming content. Hey,